The confession collector's final prediction will make you question everything you think you know about free will, destiny, and whether the future is already written, because Harold Jameson wrote one last confession before disappearing, and it describes a murder that hasn't happened yet, but might be happening right now. This final confession is different from all the others because it doesn't describe a crime committed by a stranger. Instead, it predicts that someone watching this video will commit the crime with details so specific that when it happens, you'll know that human choice may be more predetermined than we believe. I'm Daniel Mackenzie, and Harold's final prediction forced me to confront the terrifying possibility that everything we do might already be written in timelines we haven't experienced yet. After realizing that his predictions were coming true, Harold Jameson stopped writing criminal confessions, burned his remaining notebooks, and vanished without a trace. However, before disappearing, he left one final confession with his landlord, sealed in an envelope marked, "For Daniel Mackenzie, open only after my disappearance." The landlord contacted me 6 months later, and inside was Harold's most detailed confession yet. 8 pages describing a murder that weaves together elements from all the impossible cases I've investigated. According to the confession, the murder victim's evidence will age decades overnight while in police storage. The victim's DNA will appear simultaneously at multiple crime scenes. The corpse will speak the killer's name to investigators, and footprints will materialize in fresh snow hours after the confirmed time of death. The confession merges impossible elements from several cases, suggesting that someone will commit a crime using techniques learned from studying scientifically unexplainable events. A crime so impossible that it forces society to acknowledge the limits of forensic science. Perhaps most disturbingly, Harold does not name his predicted killer. He describes the perpetrator as someone who has studied impossible crimes, questioned the nature of reality, and become obsessed with the limits of scientific explanation. He goes on to say that the killer will choose a victim who trusts evidence more than intuition, believes that science explains everything, and ignores warnings about forensic limitations. The method of murder, as described in the confession, combines elements from the sleepwalking murderer, the time capsule killer, the aging evidence mystery, and the speaking corpse case. Harold's final confession ends with a chilling date, exactly 1 year after his disappearance, indicating that this ultimate impossible crime should occur within the next 6 months, committed by someone driven by an obsession with unexplainable crimes. Even more unsettling is his suggestion that the crime might already have been committed in future timelines, making every step leading up to it, including my very investigation and your reading this information, part of a predetermined sequence. Right now, you can read Harold's complete final confession and all 16 impossible crime cases for just $2.99. But heed this warning. Accessing this information may awaken an obsession that could lead someone to commit the very impossible crime Harold predicted. I'm raising the price to $9.99 next week, not due to demand, but as a precaution inspired by Harold's words, in hopes of limiting access to information that might inadvertently fuel future impossible crimes. Get the Impossible Files now for $2.99. Link in description, and consider carefully the ramifications of knowing what the future might hold. Because once you do, your choices may no longer be entirely your own.